Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. It is a well-known adage and one of the truest for a country like India that grapples with socio-economic development and making it sustainable.
ये नीचे जितना जमीन दिख रहा है, ये पहले बरसात छूट जाने से ड्रॉट हो जाता है, लेकिन डालमिया सेवा ट्रस्ट से ये बनने के बाद जितना खेती धान हुआ है, जैसा कि 5 साल मैं खा सकता हूँ मेरा परिवार।
The gobar gas plant as well as the shed was donated by the Dalmia CSR Foundation. Every day we feed that the gobar gas plant and we are getting sufficient amount of gas. Midday meals, all of the things are cooked with the help of this.
डालमिया भारत फाउंडेशन आके मुझे सीखने का मौका मिला और मैं बहुत कुछ सीखना चाहती हूँ। मेरे मम्मी पापा चाहते हैं कि ये कभी दूसरों के पास हाथ नहीं फैलाए।
डालमिया चीनी मिल जब शुरुआत हुई थी तो यहाँ झावर था, लेकिन आज के समय में बहुत अच्छी जगह बन गई और इस क्षेत्र के लिए तो ये वरदान समझ हो गई। यहाँ की गरीबी जो है यहाँ किसानों की दूर हो गई।
Since its inception, the Dalmia Bharat Foundation has been working towards consolidating and expanding the legacy of conscientious corporate citizenship of the Dalmia Bharat Group. Driven by its all-encompassing vision, today the Dalmia Bharat Foundation has touched hundreds of thousands of lives, covering over 17 locations across 11 states and close to 500 villages. The Foundation's work is about connecting people to opportunities and creating resources within the framework of development priorities across India. One of the most crucial issues on the world's agenda today is soil and water conservation. One bad monsoon can wipe out an entire year's livelihood for the huge agricultural population of India, perhaps even more. And this is why it is one of the top priorities for Dalmia Bharat Foundation. Dalmia Bharat Foundation has always followed a strategy of customizing initiatives to best address the needs of local populations. In the context of rural areas, this has meant creating or upgrading water harvesting and conservation structures such as large watershed projects in association with NABARD, village and farm ponds, earthen dams, check dams and gabions, and field bunds. Dalmia Bharat Foundation is also promoting alternative methods of irrigation for conservation of water and soil by facilitating the transition to drip irrigation systems on many farms, easing the process of connecting farmers to government schemes and loan facilities. The Water and Soil Conservation Initiative has had a positive impact not just in the short term but in the mid to long term as well, with better irrigation as well as better availability of water for household consumption. More people are becoming acutely aware of the energy crisis and climate change issues than was so earlier. Energy conservation and climate change mitigation is a program area where the Foundation finds itself pushing to innovate to address the human need for power and energy in a sustainable way, using renewable resources, focusing on harnessing solar power, working with communities to change mindsets and traditional ways of occupation and consumption. At Dalmia Bharat Foundation, we have mandated ourselves to dedicatedly put in the investment and resources required to develop and implement solutions for energy conservation and climate change mitigation. From biogas plant and fuel-efficient cook stoves, solar street lights and solar lantern, Dalmia Bharat Foundation is lighting up hundreds of homes and kitchens in various parts of the country, thus avoiding carbon emissions. Another important initiative by Dalmia is Sustainable Cotton Cultivation, a program supported by NABARD. The program aims to educate farmers on better crop management, yield productivity, pest management, etc., with the small and marginal cotton farmers of Tiruchirappalli district and Ariyallur district. Through their efforts, the Dalmia Bharat Foundation has helped fuel thousands of homes and improved the quality of people's lives in ways that they could never have imagined. It is becoming increasingly important that we invest in the creation of trained human resources, working with young people to expand not just opportunity, but also future vision. Capacity building and technical education is crucial. Livelihood plays a crucial role in the circumstances of individuals, families, and communities. From health, education, social connections, and to improved capacity for growth and development, a sustainable livelihood brings economic freedom and security in the long term. Dalmia Bharat Foundation's activities in this space range from facilitating the setting up of state-of-the-art skill training centers for unemployed youth, formation of self-help groups, farmer producers organizations, enabling loan support for entrepreneurial programs, milch cattle loans, and supporting the entire ecosystem. For some, these initiatives mean a refreshed perspective to life, a new direction, a new ray of hope. While some locals are able to convert this training into immediate livelihood, others are powering their future and working on making their dreams come true. When talking about social development, it is important to understand the cross need for a comprehensive approach, an understanding that every opportunity and outcome has a ripple effect across the overall development status and circumstances of those impacted. Health and sanitation, clean drinking water, education, infrastructure, and many more initiatives have helped Dalmia Bharat Foundation make a real impact on the lives of those they touch. Overall, a big part of Dalmia Bharat Foundation's social development work, sanitation impacts multiple other areas, with cross-connecting links to health, to addressing gender-based imbalance in school attendance by young children and adolescents, especially girls, and other such issues. A toilet is crucial to the management of sanitation after toilet and sanitation infrastructure has been created. Trainings and awareness building strongly supports this program, as behavior change is critical to the success of this program. On the health front, the Dalmia Bharat Foundation has adopted a unique and comprehensive care plus cure approach, where health promotion and prevention are given the same importance as curative services. The Dalmia Bharat Foundation continues to assess the infrastructure development needs and priorities across locations. These take various forms, some familiar and common, such as construction of roads, supporting Anganwadis and schools, or building facilities for community use, such as community halls or playgrounds. Sometimes, infrastructure requirements are particular and significant to a specific location. These could be small or large, like setting up RO plants on a sharing basis. The Foundation has always been extremely proactive with its efforts in the field of education for children, young people and adults who require extra remedial education, and encouraging school and extracurricular activities, educational goals, providing additional learning resources and opportunities as needed by students who require extra remedial education, and encouraging school and extracurricular activities are all part of the Dalmia Bharat Foundation's mission. The Dalmia Bharat Foundation's efforts have connected with millions of people over the years, enabling many of them to achieve some of their goals and dreams beyond the fulfillment of basic necessities. The Foundation continues to fulfill its responsibilities as a socially conscious corporate citizen in the best ways possible now and in the future. Today, walking through the lanes of these communities, one can almost feel a sense of hope. Better health, safer streets, improved quality of life, all lending them greater confidence in their preparedness for challenges, especially those related to environment and nature. Men can now sleep peacefully, knowing that the basic needs of their families are taken care of. Women can now think of growing beyond the confines of their home and kitchen. Children can now hope for a brighter future full of opportunities. They can now hope to live up to their true potential. Dalmia Bharat Foundation. Sustainable growth. Unleashing potential.